Hi friends, today we'll be talking about how you can beat the system. So I'm writing a book, and from this book we'll be sharing 4 practical ways of how you can beat the system. Who needs to beat the system? These are people that are undergraduates, people that are workers, people that have dreams, people that have ambitions. They need to beat the system because the system has been playing some funny games right from time, and if we are not aware of these games, we will fall prey and will become a victim of their games. So we need to know how to come out, how to beat the system, and how to live our life and live our dreams. So let's just jump right into the video. I'll be sharing 4 practical ways for you to beat the system. Number 1, mindset. Mindset. You might be wondering, why mindset? Mindset because this is where every single thing happens from. Every single issue of life happens from the mind. If you are not okay in the mind, you cannot be okay anywhere. Even if you have all the money in the world, and there's a certain way we can position our mind to help us be 10 steps ahead, to give us a fighting chance to beat the system. We need to position our minds and reprogram our mind the right way, because society has always programmed us to think a certain way. They have programmed our great-grandfathers, our great-grandmothers, down to our mothers, and now down to us. And some of us are blind, some of us don't see that this is a game that they are trying to play, right? And we need to be vigilant. We need to organize our thoughts the right way, because out of it comes the issue of life. Now, for us to organize our thoughts, what do we need to do, or how do we need to think? First of all, we need to think of beating the system. Like I said, we need to begin to ask ourselves certain types of questions. And when we begin to ask ourselves these questions, it automatically starts shifting our mind, our focus from the way people used to think, from the crowd mentality, and it gives us a better chance at fighting. The first question to ask yourself is, who are you? If we know who we are, we'll be able to fight the fight. We'll be able to have better fighting chance. But when we don't know who we are, when we believe what society tells us we are doomed, because society does not have our best interest in heart. Let's take, for instance, a child just finished secondary school and he wants to go into the university. Guess what? Society has programmed that child, not just that child, the mother of that child, the father of that child, down to his grandparents, to think that once a child finishes secondary school, all he just has to do is go to the university, get a good grade, graduate, and go and seek for job. And after he seeks for job, the promise is when you get a good job, you will have a lot of money and you'll be successful. But guess what? That's a big lie. That's a big lie. And they have programmed us, or they have programmed it so well that a lot of us don't even know that we are being programmed. That's the funny truth. Now, these people graduate, they come out with good grades, and they now start running up and down to find jobs. And they'll tell you, before you submit 50 CVs, one company will call you. Do you want to continue your life in that way, where you say, or you be at the beck and call of one company? Guess what? These people will always say that they are looking for the best company to work. And it's not just them that is looking for the best company to work. A lot of people are looking for the best company to work. How many graduates are coming out of university every single year? How many are entering? And how many is seeing the work? Even those that are seeing the work, they are not seeing good jobs that can even take them out of poverty. So the question is, do you want to join that rat race? Do you want to be among those people that are being brainwashed? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that to get a job is not a good idea. What I'm saying is, do you want to start from there? Do you want your life to be like structured? Do you want your life to be programmed, continue programmed in that direction? Get a job is good, but even the mindset behind getting a job, they have programmed it, and that is what makes it bad. That's what makes it wrong. You want to get a job because you want to be able to pay bills, you want to be able to take care of your family, you want to be able to live a good life. But you forget that you live in a country like Nigeria, or maybe any other place in the world, right, where inflation is already defeating you, where taxation, they will use tax and finish you. So many things keeps on rising, keep on changing every day. Corruption, insecurities. So a lot of odds are stacked against you. You are just coming out from the university with your good grades, with your first class. That's if you even managed to get first class in the first place. You are coming out of the university with so much enthusiasm, so much joy of finally leaving the university space, only for you to still come out and start roaming about. And guess what? Like I said, we live in a very funny world and very funny country where people that get opportunities, they know somebody that knows somebody. So let's do the math. You are just coming out from the university. What time do you have to know somebody that knows somebody? Can you see? Our parents do not know somebody that knows somebody. That's why they sent us to school. So the question is, how are you positioning your mind right now? Are you currently believing their lies? Because if you are believing their lies, your chances of success is very slim. You have to wake up. You have to open your eyes and see that this is all a game. This is just programmed. They have programmed you to continue a cycle. You have to open your eyes, right? So looking at the scenario of job, looking at how so many graduates are out there looking for jobs, that tells you a lot about the economy, about the society, about the country. What is the right mindset that we are supposed to embrace, that we are supposed to carry? We are supposed to carry a builder's mindset. We are supposed to carry an innovator's mindset. But guess what? Even the university that we are going to learn these things are not teaching us that. They are just teaching us on how to get good grades, how to please lecturers. When we come out of the university, we are now looking for jobs. We are now begging for our life. That's what they taught us, right? They taught us, or they told us what to think. They did not tell us how to think. And it's so sad. It's very, very sad. And this is part of the reason why I wrote this book, to bring about enlightenment, to tell us that the mindset is where it all started from. You will look at a lot of motivational speakers out there, and this is what I wrote in the first pages of the book, and I will teach you for free, and I'll tell you what it is. This is the concept of motivation and the concept of revelation. I believe, and as I stated in that book, when you are able to find out what this means, it will change your life forever. It will change every aspect of your life. And what is motivation? I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm bringing you this concept, because as you are watching this video now, you might just see it as another video. You might just see it as, oh, who is this motivational speaker? And like I said in the book, there's this very popular adage in Nigeria that until they flog one motivational speaker, the rest no go learn. But guess what? The problem is not the motivational speaker. The problem is you. The problem is you. Because, okay, let me just go straight to the point. What is motivation? Motivation is an external factor that spurs us into taking actions. A what? An external factor or force that spurs us into taking action. But guess what? These motivational factors are limited. And that's why you can go to a seminar, you can go to a workshop, you can watch videos, you can come about an information, and it doesn't have any effect on you. It doesn't have any single effect on you. And that's why motivational speakers will quote, you'll be like, And after that, what else? You go back to square one, right? So motivation is like, this is what every other person follow. This is what the general masses are used to. So revelation is an internal factor or force that spurs us into taking actions or getting things done. This one, when you understand it, it changes your life. When you have the revelation of revelation, it changes your life. It changes the whole game. Now, two people goes to a conference, right? These two people that went to a conference, they both had the same thing. One of them went on to take action. After 2 months, he stopped. He lost hope. He gave up. While the other continued even up to a year, and he begins to see results and is happy. Why do you think one got a better result than the other? It's because one of them was moved by motivation, while the other one was moved by revelation. And like we say, revelation is an inward factor, an inward force. It comes like an illumination. You see it, you see the picture of it. You just automatically get it. You just get the point. That's revelation. When somebody tell you that, like the Bible will say, whatever a man sow is what he will reap. Guess what? Somebody that used that eyes of motivation to look at that quote will just see it like, whatever I sow, you reap. But someone that has the revelation of that word, whatever a man sows is what he will reap, automatically knows that there is a certain way he's going to treat his neighbor. He knows that if I sow hate, if I sow bitterness, I'm going to reap bitterness. He got the revelation of it, right? He doesn't just open his mouth to curse people anyhow. He doesn't just acclaim some certain types of attributes to himself, some negative. He doesn't just say negative words to even himself. But guess what? Somebody that just had it normally will just tell, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Why did I even do this? You are cursing yourself unintentionally. You are cursing yourself without even realizing you are cursing yourself. It's because you don't understand the revelation behind that word. Even the Bible says, when you plant a seed, you reap the harvest, right? So those curses that you are laying on yourself unintentionally, you are going to reap the harvest someday. And that's why your self-esteem is low. So I want you to see the rest of this video from a point of revelation, right? Revelation, you finally get it, an inward witness. And an inward witness or factor or force can only come when you begin to ask yourself certain questions, when you begin to put your mind right, when you begin to position your mind in the right direction. The second step to beating the system is what I call selling. And this is so beautiful that they don't even teach it in the university. They tell you to go to school, you come out, you go and get a job, right? They do not tell you how to sell. How will you make money if you're not selling? How? You can't make money if you're not selling. But guess what? A lot of people are very scared to sell. I at some point was scared to sell until I got the revelation of it. I was making a research and I came across this guy on YouTube, Myron Golden, and God bless the day I met that guy. He explained the concept of selling, that right now I don't need to even force it. And this is what I'm going to share to you. So it said something so beautifully that changed the way I see selling. He said it's easy to make a lot of money in a short period of time than to make little amount of money in a long period of time. I was like, what? It's easy to make a lot of money in a short period of time than to make little money in a long period of time. And there's a way he tied it around selling and broke down the strategies of it, right? That blew me off completely. He said he doesn't need to persuade you to buy a thing. No, he just needs to be able to offer value. You just need to be able to be confident in the value he's offering to you. That even if when you do not buy, he knows that other people will buy. So he's not trying to even sell you anything, even if, in quotes, he's selling you something. So automatically, he's not pressured, he's not worried if you do not buy from him because he knows the value he's offering. He also gave an example of how people want to sell, because this thing for sure they don't teach it in school, right? They don't. You want to sell something, you have a product and you want to sell to somebody you've never met before, and you just bring your product and just dump in his face, come and buy my product. Who does that? Everybody does that. But guess what? That is not even the right way to go about it. That's not the right way to go about selling. You are supposed to first find out, what do this person need? When you find out what this person needs and offer it to them as a solution or as a value, automatically this person will give you their money. And this is what we talk about in this book, Beating the System. I'll give you an example. A doctor and a patient relationship. The patient is sick and is feeling very uneasy. And this patient has a lot of money, right? This patient goes to the hospital to check himself and he figures out that the doctor has drugs or has something that can help him heal. Would this patient say, don't heal me because I have a lot of money and I love my money so much? I'm okay where I am. I'm dying in the sickness. Don't heal me. I love my money so much. No. In fact, the patient will gladly give out his money. Why? Because he has a problem. He is sick. He doesn't like where he is currently. And so long as he finds out that this doctor can get him out of this situation, he will gladly, wholeheartedly give him his money. And this is one of the principles that Myron Golden shares. When you understand these principles, you know that selling shouldn't be hard. You find a problem, you solve the problem, and you offer it to people. That's how you sell. That's how you sell. I won't go too long on selling, so we can touch on another point. The third way to beat the system is networking. You see, people are scared of networking, or people don't understand the concept of networking, so they just do it anyhow, right? Meanwhile, when you understand that networking has to do with individuals, automatically your life changes. The way you see things changes. When you know that human beings are the ones that buy from human beings, not animals. Have you seen a dog tell you that he wants to buy something from you? Or have you seen a dog market whereby the dog are the ones selling? No. Humans buy from humans, right? It means that humans communicate with humans. So when you understand that we deal with humans and humans are selfish beings, right? Humans require attention. Human requires people to solve their problems. When you move with this mindset, you are able to network better. Some people, just like selling, approach networking in that light. They come to meet you. Hi, my name is so and so. I'm a photographer. Blah, 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 blah. blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares you're a photographer. The much better way to come about that introduction is, hi, my name is so and so person. I figured out that you are into this, you are into this, you are into that. This is how I can help you. Or let's just bring it into practical scenario, right? A photographer comes to an event and he approaches, like he's trying to network. He finds a model. He knows this person is a model. And he approached. Oh wow, hi, good afternoon. I came across your picture on so and so platform. Amazing work you did right there. I love the way you pose. I love the way the dress fits you. Blah 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 blah. Oh hi, I'm a photographer. My name is so and so. Automatically, that person will connect 100. But when it goes with a selfish ambition, especially in some networking functions where people or tech bros are always there to sell. You meet somebody, you don't even know anything about this person. You've never connected, you're already trying to sell this person. This person automatically put up a wall, an invisible wall to guide himself, because people don't like to be sold to, but guess what? They like to buy. And that same principle can be applied to networking. People don't like you to come and tell them about you. They want you to tell them about them. They want you to care about them. So when you care about them, they will now care about you. That is the law of relationship. That is the law of networking. When you care about people first, people will care about you. And I share that also in my book. One practical way you can network is when you know that whenever I'm going to meet somebody, what can I do for them? What value can I give them? When you go with this mindset, it already takes the pressure away from you, right? Because you are no longer you focused or centered. You are now this person focused or centered. How can I help them? And guess what? If you want to even kill the game, if you are going to any event and you are able to find out who will be attending that event, especially popular speakers or your fave influencers, artists, and whatever, you do a research on them. When you do a research on them, maybe at some point, even before the event, you follow them, you like their posts, their page, whatever, you try to reach out to them. Oh hi, I noticed you'll be going for this event. I'll also be coming along. For those of them that can reply to you, fine and good. But if they are not able to reply to you, you have taken a step, right? You have done your research. You find out, what do this person like? Let me bring this down into another level. Is this person a Man U fan? When you find something that you can connect with this person on, and at that event, you now tell this person that, oh hi, I saw your post so and so. You're a Man U fan. Yes, the person say yes, I'm a Man U fan. I say, me too. You guys have connected on that level. The playing field has been leveled, right? And now you guys can now have beautiful conversations together. It's no longer about you, it's about them, right? Even if, like I said, humans are selfish beings. You want to, most of the time in networking functions, you want to get something from somebody, or you want to be in a particular circle with somebody, right? You have your own selfish needs. However, you cannot position your selfish needs first because they don't know you, because you guys have not communicated before. So when you understand all this, you know that it's easier to network and build quality relationship. The last point on our beating the system is impact. And impact is so valuable, and it's so important for us to think, for us to ask ourselves this question. Remember, we said something in the beginning that mindset is where it all happens, right? When we are able to ask ourselves, what kind of impact do I want to make while I'm alive? The game changes automatically, and it comes from a place of purpose. When you know what you are here to do, every other thing will be noise to you, right? You are focused on your goal. You know that I'm trying to achieve this thing, I'm trying to make impact. And purpose comes from a place of God. Don't let anybody deceive you. Purpose comes from a place of God. Impact comes from a place of purpose, discovering your purpose, right? When you know what you are here to do, every other thing seems to be a distraction to you. When you begin to think in this light, automatically you are setting yourself up to beat the system. The system doesn't want you to make impact. They want you to continue using your certificate and your CV to beg for food. I'm not saying that jobs are not good. What I'm saying is they are positioning your mind to be beggars. They are not positioning your mind to be leaders. They are not positioning your mind to be innovators. So think big and beat the system. If you like what we have been saying so far, please do well to like, do well to follow, do well to subscribe, and we would love to see you in the next video. And also do well to check out the book. I believe when you read it, it will change your life forever. And I'll see you next time. My name remains Virtue David, one man.